The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM. The living room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is just about 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked onto the true nation station WACK 90.1 FM, where we are
culture crazy.
First and foremost, let's kick this off as we always do, all right? Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us, and we are not just talking about our ancestors, the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, because we all know, accept, reiterate, and decide with the chest at Columbus line, but also to our brother in music, Tony Prescott, where the P this week stands for...
Put in place, Aaron. Put in place.
I realized something, huh?
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you realize, Mr. Williams.
When I went on vacation for Christmas, all of a sudden, our SOE was announced.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right? Left the country on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Bam! The COP was held by a COP.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then when I came back on Sunday,
mm-hmm.
the COP was no more in the POSITION.
Mm-hmm.
I realized I need to not leave the country.
You can't go nowhere.
That was wild though. But it's an active investigation, so we will try to refrain from commenting.
What I will say is that having looked at that press conference yesterday morning, it did more to unsettle my faith in our protective services than it did to reinforce it.
Oh, you had a settled faith?
Well, what I'm saying is it wasn't. I have been observing for a while that there were things that were unsettling. I had not been personally unsettled until I heard the tremor in the voice of the gentleman poised to replace as he was trying to navigate the questioning of the journalists.
Wait. Now, I didn't get to watch the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I saw it was up on 9. It's probably one of the things I'll add to my playlist this week to look at.
Right.
So what we're trying to say is the man that is tipped to take the position, he doesn't have that verve, that confidence in the speech.
I'm not saying
that he was just nervous in this first press conference.
Right. Because I do have court clothes and I do like to iron. What I am saying is not that he doesn't have it. I'm saying that I did not see it. I did not hear it in that particular press conference.
Okay, well, I understand.
Understandably so. I could just imagine how nerve-wracking it is to have to go into a press conference knowing that you are going to have to repeat several times that you are not going to speak on the only issue that anybody wanted you to speak on.
You know what that kind of given me? I know he is a fan of football, but not a football fan right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Marcus Rashford and Man U.
Mm-hmm.
When all the journalists, despite Man U win, Man U lose, every question in the press conference was about Rashford.
All right.
And every time the coach say it, he's saying the same thing. So I could understand. I just wanted to bring a relevance to the average person who may not even study our local news, but they're studying what's going on in the sports world or the international world or whatever it may be. Just some kind of comparison.
The only thing that man didn't say was that he pleaded in the fifth. What I'm saying is that yes, we respect that it is an active investigation. However, some of the questions warranted a direct response. Aaron, what I want to say about all of this, I'm desperately trying not to undermine the little confidence that Kenny has started gaining in me. So
I'm just confidence in you?
Well, I'm hoping if I put it out there, that words have power now. What I'm saying is that observing that particular press conference,
it left you with more questions than answers.
It left me unsettled in ways that I had not been before. Trinidad is not new to Bacchanal. It is not new to political. Let me rephrase that. It is not new to headlines, right? What I will say though, the appointment of a COP has been an issue within our fairly recent history. And by fairly recent, I mean 20-25 years, right? It is wild. It is wild. The same type of thing that happened to one GG, we see now a parade before the media and the public besmirching an attack on nobody have any clue as to what anybody performance is, Aaron. Nobody have any clues in terms of what numbers anybody producing, meaningful numbers anyway, in terms of the actual performance, Our COPs are subject to court of public opinion, right? And there was a very interesting question too. What good for the goose, clearly not good for the gander. Because there are some people that while they are being investigated or while there are ongoing investigations, they could maintain the position, and other people, having been questioned and released absent charge, being asked to refrain from reporting, ordered to refrain from to refrain from
active duty,
right? Dan, there's a point in time where we had to say it. This is ridiculous.
Honestly, it has me asking a lot more of, so what really going on here, right? And this, I am uninformed on the topic, I will admit, because I paid no attention to the news over the weekend. However,
even the informed, uninformed, Aaron, that's the whole point.
And I was what I was going to say, that part, even those who are in positions where they should be able to answer a basic question, can't do that. I don't want to say even the informed, uninformed. Right. I tried to put it from the angle that even those who supposed to know due process, and no process for this.
Many know who authorized what, who, or
right. This have me. Anyway, I was going to say something that would end.
It too early in the episode.
If you don't know the voices,
exactly,
you all are listening to this is yours truly, Aaron868. I remind you each and every time that culture is my code, and I sit here alongside my bro with no fro, a lot of flow, always in the know and on the go.
RIcardo Mitchell, the social stage or the global stage.
This is the living room.
You see what we were talking about? Let me leave that already.
Yeah, that had to stay there for the rest of the episode at the start.
Yeah.
So if you're not tuning in, a pleasant good evening to you and you. Welcome to the living room where we have casual conversations on serious topics. Here now. Funny start to this week. Last week, when the episode was going on, Ricardo showed off his finger. Right? It healing well?
Yeah, again, I wouldn't turn it around though, but it's getting there. Yeah.
Okay. Right?
It getting there.
And last week, Monday, I would have cut my finger.
Follow fashion.
Yeah, boy. I was jealous of your thumb, so I decided to cut my pinky. And why I say it's a funny story, a lot of us like to say blood, sweat, and tears is going to certain things, right? I'm doing a class in church, and one of the first week of homework was for, I don't think I could hide it, but for my better half and I, for us to build a house together. Right? And in doing the house, I ain't creative at all. Me ain't lying to nobody.
When you say a house, you don't mean like a HDC. You mean like a arts and craft.
Arts and craft project, basically.
A model of.
Yeah, a model of a house, right? And in building the house, she had all these creative ideas. I want to put a fence. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I am like, okay, cool, because I know artsy. If that tell me make a mixtape of to express my love for her, whatever the case is, I could have do a mixtape and put Fast Wine as the first song. But we're talking arts and craft. This is not my field. So, but as a supportive partner, and I'm saying this and I will explain why after. As a supportive partner, I tried my best to do what was required of me in the situation. Reach home at night and decide to do the thing. And you know them brown handle knife for the jagged edge?
Yeah.
Right. I had to cut a pallet stick with one of that.
They had to, or chose to?
Had to, because the design that we were going with, Cardo, come on, I'm supportive.
All right, sir.
And that brown knife slip and slice my finger, 1.5 inches of cut on my pinky finger. And here I am sitting on my chair in my living room, bleeding profusely from this cut, trying to stop the bleeding using napkins, you know, all kind of thing. And there I was sitting thinking to myself, people just talk about putting blood, sweat, and tears into things, but don't understand how much it takes to make things work. Sometimes the person that you're going along with, the leader in the organization, the leader of the household, the leader of the family, whoever it may be, or even yourself, they may set out to do things which you may not be in total agreement with, but sometimes they are the support. And along that way, it may put you in positions where you could cause harm to yourself because you ain't know what you're doing, or you have a careless moment of holding a pallet stick in your hand and trying to sew it with something. So whatever it may be, sometimes is you ain't know how to do it, or the person didn't direct it properly, or you don't have the proper tools to do it. But sometimes you have to do it. So all I'm trying to say with all this long story about my finger cut, which to this day probably still hurting. Even if something is foreign to you, a task is foreign to you, make the attempt to do it first before saying no. Make sure it's legal, huh?
You know what, Aaron, I hear you. And I'm glad that this lesson that almost cost you an arm and a leg.
A finger. Just a finger.
Noted. I couldn't quite put my finger on the statement. I'm glad that you took something positive away from it and not tetanus. I also, I want to know, right? If you blink twice, if she cut you. I just saying. Because this story, it sounds real convoluted. It sounds like methinks thou protest too much. Are you okay, sir?
I'm good.
Was it really an accident?
No, it was. Honestly, genuinely, Caro, I think right where I'm sitting here is where I cut my finger.
And it went back?
And...
Anyway, listen, this is me.
My brother, man, them brown handle knife, I wash it and up to now it's in moving on.
So that's it for you there.
That brown handle knife never using again in this house.
Plastic knife, right? True.
Exactly. Smooth edge knife, not them you know what I mean now?
Corrugated.
Corrugated, yeah, boy.
I am impressed though. I don't detect any blame. Well, I mean, like, it's not, boy, just someone make me cut my hand, nothing like that. Nice, cool. You don't really know who you are in a relationship until you have an opportunity to blame your partner for something. And I just want to throw that out there, all the gip and things set aside. the way that you deal with your partner when things going good is not a real indicator
of how healthy a relationship is.
Yeah. And one of the things that I definitely had to work on in all my relationships, and I don't just mean romantic, I mean all my relationships, my nature is problem solving and analysis. And what that easily becomes is judgmental and critical. So in terms of trying to rectify and analyze that situation, I do have a tendency to try to figure out how it happened. And sometimes trying to figure out how something happens can come across as blaming somebody for something.
Or that you don't care about what happened. You care more about the process than...
Yeah. You know, so...
And honestly, to talk about this, I was in two minds about it.
Okay.
Because
it was a split decision.
Yeah, it was a split decision, literally. I was in two minds about it because it's something which is personal to me. But sometimes these personal experiences are the best teachers.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm glad you brought up the fact that it's not just your personal relationships, right? Or your relationships or love relationships, or whatever you want to say, put it like that.
I use the word romantic. I guess in this case, it's not all eros. Sometimes it's agape, and sometimes it's
correct is right. Because
fraternal.
With that being said, we take into stock that there are a lot of friends that, as Ricardo said, there are friends who will come and tell you, boy, here we're going on now, boy. Last week I ended up going on a scene there on work, and me and my boss fall out, and I pelt to cuss behind the man, you know. And rather than trying to understand what brought you to that point, or sorry, you are so fixated on what brought him to that point that you're not understanding what that man went through before to get to that. And I posted it on Facebook today that we need to be more gentle with ourselves. But we also continue to ask that you have to be gentle with your peers as well. Because I could tell you, Caro, I have plenty partners and stuff going through different things in life. The traffic every day they're complaining about.
Cheese and ages. The A in Shogunas is for trafficker.
Like, don't go down that road and I real vex about it.
Ministry of Works and Transport. Or like get it together now.
Literally.
Come on, man. Come to 36 on. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not fan of it.
You have friends that are going through a lot, and they will come to you sometimes to vent, sometimes for advice on situations. Let me try to change the perspective of the approach and not just focus as men on offering solutions or offering paths to...
Whoa.
What happened? What do they?
Why are you attacking people?
Well, man, you have no attack in the team, so I had to attack somewhere.
Man, you just still sweat. And why you say it? Why? I listening. This is me actively listening.
So let me finish the point first now. See, there's the same thing we talking about, right?
No, that was just an outright interruption. That wasn't me offering any solution. You go ahead.
Okay. Right, but what I'm trying to say is, let me start to focus on being more understanding before we pelt in, well, you should or you shoulda.
I will tell you, I am in the game way too long for that. I don't should nobody. I ask people what they did and what they didn't do. And I ask people why did they or why didn't they. Right? Because here the catch, Aaron. I hear what this is saying and I respect it. And I also disagree with it to a degree.
Less than a right angle,
like
or acute, less than acute angle.
Like a yeah, less than that.
Alright, cool.
Right, acute angle. Right? I think what we are suffering from as a society is we are so deliberate about not offending anyone that we have lost all sense of accountability. And that for me is a challenge. I wouldn't go to Trumpian degrees and say no business about nothing and nobody. What I'm saying is that if you come to me, Mr. Williams, using you as an example, so and so happened on work and you nearly coughed down or did actually cough down someone in the reporting line. My immediate question is going to be, did you lose your work? Because I am concerned as to your well-being and to what the consequences might be. However, my greater concern, me personally, Caro, right, is yes, how did you get here? Because even if the situation worked out okay, or even if it didn't, the question that we have to look at is how did you get here? Because we don't want to, I have to consider the very real possibility that our course of action, erroneous or otherwise, might become precedent. I am concerned as to not just you in the moment, but I'm concerned about your long-term well-being as well. Is there something that we need to address? And this was an expression of it. Was that a standalone incident? So maybe I don't have that maternal element in terms of, or even pastoral element in terms of compopo, let me make it better. I might be more along the lines of, okay, you're not dead. What is there to fix? I just saying that we need all kinds out here for this thing to
work.
Right. Yes, if I am gentler, it gets both things done. However, if some of the people who bandaging wounds and sending people back out into the battlefield with no improvement, no training, no situational analysis whatsoever, let me tell you something. Let me wrap all of this up in one line here. And if you could refute it, I will gladly take it. Not everybody is saved, you're helping, you know. Dramatic effect. Not everybody is saved, you're helping.
That's a deep one, you know. Because you know what I liken that to the age old saying that you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
You're cooking, man. You're cooking. You're real sharp right? Today.
Yeah, of course. I didn't go at the barber yet.
Sharp.
Brother man, I am suffering from PTSD. Could we please?
Sorry. My bad.
Right? One thing I have learned, right, over the years of being a friend of Cardo and being sometimes the fatherly figure within my friend group, is don't judge everybody by your standards.
Fact.
One. Two, you can't teach somebody to be like you. Teach them principles and let them put their own style on it.
I'll take that.
And thirdly, you can't make everybody make sound decisions all the time. But you could teach them to hold themselves accountable to make better decisions the next time.
That is mature and wise and profound, Aaron. It took me a long time to get that.
We're here now, right? And I say that to say this. The other day, last week I had to go up and down the highway a lot, right? And I think it was Tuesday or something. Yeah, one of them days. I spent 3.5 hours to go up the highway in the morning. If you ask me now, what caused that traffic that morning, I still don't know up to today. Right? However, when I got up the highway, the meeting that I was going to attend lasted 45 minutes to an hour. So I spent 3.5 hours to go up the road for 45 minutes.
Right.
Was I upset about it? Is the Pope Catholic?
When you realize that we spending the length of our flight, the time that one spends to travel to another country
I could have reached Miami and come back.
Anyway. Alright.
Right?
No, you not come back though. I just did 3.5 hours.
Sure, I could have reached Miami.
Anyway.
Right? But what I'm trying to say here is in the same scenario of no, take that decision of having to go up the road and spend 3.5 hours. Sorry, excuse me. Like the sandwich tastes good, right?
You bite off your finger?
Yeah. Well, I done this weekend, seriously. I feel the show needs to end here. This has been the living room. Because clearly, Caro has no consideration for my PTSD or the trauma that I'm going through.
Sorry. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Right? But what I'm really saying is, you make that trek up the highway for that decision to go to a meeting. The meeting lasts less time than it take you to reach to the meeting. Then you spend a further 2 hours to come back down here. Things that will get you upset. However, instead of allowing it to get you upset, sometimes you need to start to come up with solutions so that situations like that will not happen again. There's technology available.
2025.
Exactly.
When you cut
so, just like how some people may say, boy, she living quite Toko and I in Sando. There are solutions that will make communication easy. Just like if I live in Icarcus, boy, and that job opportunities in Port of Spain, there's the option for remote work. Or there's also the option to move.
And with our cutting edge technology, it has no reason that we shouldn't be able to do these things remotely. See what I did there?
Well done, Caro.
Cutting edge technology. Oh, good. It was right there, Aaron. I done. That was my last one. Last one. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Almost. I have one more, and if I get opportunity, I'll use it. But I done after that one.
You sure?
Yeah. Okay, two, and I done.
Keep counting now. Go ahead now.
No. It's really just 2.
No, you go ahead now.
No. I don't want to keep you in suspense now. Have you spending the rest of the show on a knife's edge? One more.
Well, let's see why this had to work with, boy.
Aaron, if you spend quarter of your day, 3.5 by 2 hours for a 45-minute to hour-long meeting, that is a quarter of your entire day. That had to have been a really important meeting. All right, I guess you don't want any participants of the meeting to know how little you think of it. But what I'm saying is, people are spending too much of their time in this place. I love this place. There is a lot about it I would improve.
Correct.
We wasting too much of our human resource. Anyway.
You see, and a lot of things are happening around us that constantly make me wonder, right? Is that a fan?
Yes. It's a hardship fan too. It's from a wedding. I found it when I was cleaning the other day. I'll tell you that story shortly. Not about the fan or the wedding, but about the cleaning.
But Touch is going to tell me I get married or something. I don't know.
Not before you.
Anywho, what was I going to say? Real drum off with that fan boy.
The fan tray off.
The fan real drum off. All right.
Oh yes.
In this day and age, 2025, right? God's year of 2025. We are sitting here today on Patrick Manning's internet.
That's right.
And telling you, the listeners, about balance in life, balance in relationships, balance of self, right? But there's a clear imbalance in the amount of time we spend on a daily commute to the job. Now, some people spend as much time in commute to the job as they spend on the job.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then outside of that now, they have to go and also be productive in their homes.
Yeah, people leaving home 4 o'clock and 4:30 in the morning to reach to work for 8 o'clock. And
then they reach at home 8 o'clock. And then if they might have a family to take care of, they have kids to do homework with. They have to prepare meals. They have to take care of their health. Because sitting in traffic for 8 hours a day or 4 or 5 hours a day is going to cause harm on your body.
I don't understand why you could have stand up on the bus, you know. They anticipated that this would have been a problem.
Foresight. Right.
But as we on the topic of balance, right? I wanna actually reintroduce a segment here with DT, the one and only Dana Tankoo, with Please and Tankoo, giving us a little insight into some healthy decision making this carnival season. So take it away, DT.
Hello friends, my name is Dana Tankoo, and today I'm going to be sharing some thoughts with you. You guys haven't heard from me in quite some time, but for a quick reintroduction, my name is Dana T, an artist in a scientific field, and my friends RIcardo and Aaron gave me a platform to speak about anything under the sun. So today, let's touch on the season. Carnival is like the amplifier of all feelings. The joy you feel during Carnival is so euphoric that there's a whole song about it crashing. Behold the Carnival Tabanca. And on the flip side, people oftentimes feel themselves in the pits of Tabanca during the season. Carnival tends to unearth all the bacchanal that's been built up over the past year and presents it in some quite vulnerable spaces, the fetes. One of the true tests of our mental health happens at fetes. From the bestest bodies to who have the most flexible waistlines to seeing your ex with a new man, feeling like she knew Bran inside the session in the party getting on bad. Honestly, you ain't see that ex in months, haven't spoken, or even worse, a recent breakup, then all of a sudden the both of you spot each other having fun. Oh my gosh, they feel sick in that. The hottest people in the country, or rather Earth, congregate in Trinidad for Carnival Week. It's just 6-packs and perfectly toned bodies with gorgeous unsweaty faces to match. Where them was throughout the year, I know I wasn't seeing them in Massey. Additionally, it's like £1 and a crown for a fete ticket. Y'all hearing the prices of these cooler parties? Best they include a 4-foot-long igloo in that price. Yet, we'd partake, organize cruise, and try to hit fetes like they're going out of style. On the other side of spending, this is also a money-making season for lots of people. Locking down jobs while giving up the opportunity of revelry definitely takes a lot. And the constant search to secure your position requires so much willpower, whether it's on the streets, in marketing the products on social media, or keeping up with the trendy services required by your fetting clients. Now, all of this pressure combined can be enough to activate one's anxiety if left to their own devices, but we must be intentional about our own mental safety throughout this busy season. And this starts with a serious, honest conversation with ourselves. Being honest about what activates our anxiety or excitement would help us to better navigate this bacchanal season. Comparison truly is the biggest thief of joy, and with everybody's activities being the most visible at this time of year outside of Christmas, some persons can easily fall into the trap of the I don't have or the I don't have enough time self-talk. Don't be that person. Pace yourself both physically and mentally. Be careful with your finances and don't let the FOMO take over. Carnival is a lot of things, so look for the spaces, events, crowds, and even deals that bring you more joy than upset. Try something new this year and don't subject yourself to the pressures of advertising or trends. Carnival is also a lot to talk about, so I'll save some for next time. Also, don't forget you can buy clothes and make your Monday wear that is comfy, cute, and flatters your body. Please and Tankoo.
Thank you very much for that, Dana. Oh, sorry, DT. Those study, I know we talk about balance, but those study the kind of balance Marshall was talking about in his song. Just saying.
Yeah, hey, anyway, I know about that. You bought that, Aaron? How much car you want?
Brother man, I can only afford one car. I'm not making Marshall kind of money.
Yet.
Here's something I wanted to talk about before we go down and continue our conversation on our heights. Ricardo is a more mature man in the society today, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever listen to Bungie's Carry It?
No,
No? Okay.
not yet.
You have some homework for next week's show.
Got that, yeah.
Listen to Bungie's Carry It,
Mm-hmm.
and let's spend a couple minutes dissecting what he talking about at the carry.
You getting that?
Right. As
Yeah.
an old linguist.
Yeah, it's a old. It's a old.
Is a old.
Yeah, it's a old. What I'm going to say, I ain't saying any people on them.
that one coming good. That one coming real good.
Yeah. But I will admit, definitely, in my pursuit of being more erudite, I would also prefer to be a little more laconic. And that's just me throwing out big words. The bottom line is that I know I'm right, you know. I don't need to try to tell it to everybody how much words I'm using.
Correct is right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your vernacular or the things that you say makes you unapproachable or ununderstandable. Wait, by ununderstandable, wow.
Hey,
But you don't understand what I just say understand again. You understand?
No, it is important that in terms of delivering a message that you are comprehensive as well as being comprehended. I've listened to a lot of political contribution over the past year or so, and I can attest to the overuse and almost hyperbolic, meaning exaggerative use of a high-level vernacular with an intent to impress, but all it really does is attempt to distract from the fact that what you're
know what you're
saying
talking about?
it have much value.
Yeah, now.
So they'll be like,
I listened to some speeches.
Mhm.
On Monday, I was able to witness the Minister of Energy deliver a speech at NESC for a renewable energy program that they have launched, a scholarship program, right? And I thoroughly enjoyed Minister Young's speech because at no point of the speech was the vernacular out of reach. At no point of the speech, yes, there are moments it's like, oh gosh, you could wrap it up quick, boy, or you talk long. But at no point in the speeches, like, there was a, yeah.
I do admire Minister Young's delivery. He is very clinical in his speech. You understand everything that he is saying.
Correct.
He has great diction. He doesn't throw in words just to try to remind you, well, hey, don't mind the ras are bright. That's not out there for anybody in particular. I'm just saying that I might edit that out, you know. What I'm saying is that he does not
leave that.
he does not throw in these words just to try to impress you with the fact that he's read a book or two.
He doesn't try to interject with intelligence.
No. He doesn't try to. It's not intelligence, man. It's an ostentatious application of vocabulary. Yeah, it's like you trying to sell me a plywood and gypsum house, right? But you want to hang $1,000 curtains on it. Ease me up there, big man. Right? Nice curtains, right? But oh gosh, again, wet and rainfall.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't know where I will be in 20 years, and somebody might be saying this about me. So I just saying I appreciate Minister Young's delivery.
Yeah.
And also, most importantly, the fact that he almost never references reading material, like written material. He appears to deliver off the cuff. Like he will just speak to you as opposed to
that is amazing.
That is, listen.
The only thing I heard him say that he wanted in front of him was the thing that he said at the start of the speech. The protocols. He wanted the protocols. And he didn't have the paper. But yet still this man was able to remember everybody who he had to reference.
Top class. And I'm not saying that because he's earmarked for anything or another. What I'm saying is all I'm saying is that he has always been a very
I
clinical
enjoy
speak.
his speech.
I love listening to him speak. It instills confidence, and his diction. Oh my gosh, it's crisp delivery. I should have paid more attention to choral speaking and choir and them kind of thing, you know. I mean, I did it, but what are you gonna do? Well, let's talk with this.
As I mentioned, Mr. Pitt, I want to say, and I couldn't say this enough on Sunday.
I was waiting for it.
I want to say congratulations to our alma mater, RIcardo. San Fernando Boys RC School for winning the primary schools category of Junior Panorama. As I said on Sunday on numerous occasions, that was not a competition. That was an exposition of talent on Sunday. And the future of Steel Pan is in safe hands, right? So I got a message from the vice principal, Mrs. Donna Solomon, and I wanted to say...
Vice, is it?
Yeah, we'll talk about that after. I asked for an interview with her, and that was the fastest I ever heard Miss Solomon say no. I say, Miss Solomon, come for an interview. No, I didn't even finish the W in the word yet.
Yeah.
But she made sure and sent me a message and said that they wanted to say thank you very much to Junior RIcardo and the management of Skiffle for supporting them with the instruments. The arranger, Miss Lydia Sicheran, Mrs. Stout, the head of the Music and Culture Committee, and to everybody else who would have supported the school during this competition. I had to say competition now.
Yeah.
Right? So,
and
I was real proud.
Miss Thomas Farrell.
Oh gosh, she was here. And Miss Daly. Right. I was so proud to see that on air Sunday. Like, I was almost to tears with that boy, because I know they have asked on numerous occasions for help. And I know that we would have pointed them in the direction to go. But to know that from 2 years ago or 3 years ago of asking for help and being pointed in a direction to winning a title, can't say anything. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And before, also, congratulations to Bishops and Trinity College East on winning the secondary schools, and BP Renegades Youth Steel Orchestra on winning the 21 and under category.
Hey, good stuff, man.
But big up San Fernando Boys RC School.
Big up San Fernando Boys RC School, man. Congratulations, guys. And again, time is dingle. Let it pick. I know what's happening, you know.
Oh, I knew you was coming with us, man.
Hey, you look real good in that yellow jersey, boy. I ain't gonna lie to tell you. Look like your melanin be popping.
As you mentioned that yellow jersey, Caro.
That's it in the corner there?
No, that's a sweater actually. I must say a special good night to Grenada and the Co-op Bank Comancheros Steel Orchestra. They're the second oldest steel band in Grenada.
Yeah.
Right? I was in Grenada this weekend and I had the privilege to go and hear them practice.
Yeah.
And here now, again, it was I don't know if it was the Youth Steel Orchestra or a school associated with them, but it was only children performing when we went on Friday. And I keep saying it. You see the passion and the love that children have for that instrument, which is the steel pan.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing senior panorama, but the level of love you see with the kids, it's different.
Yeah. Great job Sunday to the kids. Panna's in good hands. And kudos to the families that going out and supporting. Right. Again, had to tip the hat with bias, of course, to WAC 91.1 FM. Right, for your coverage.
I have a joke for you after about that.
There was a point where I'm certain that I saw 4,000. It went up to 5. Yeah, Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff to see, man.
And
Beautiful.
you know what I love about it? You see the usual names,
Mm-hmm.
the Lennys and the Ingrids and the Dr. Cheeses and them. You see them names in as sprinklings in the comment boxes during these kind of broadcasts.
Yeah.
So WAC is attracting a lot of new listenership, new viewers. So welcome to the home of culture of Trinidad and Tobago, the True Nation station. And we hope to lock you in from now till wow. Right?
Hey, yeah. Never heard us say around once you go back, whack, you'll never go back.
Like that.
Yeah. I just
Whoever
made it
came
up.
up with it should pen it. Should copyright it.
Say, once you go back, you'll never go back. Anyway, let me come and talk to your boss to find out what to do to get Jersey, yes?
150. Speaking of that, on Friday, we heading down to Ateliers for the culture drive. Mr. Desmond and Tony P, they're doing a live show down by Ateliers on Friday. Yeah, if it could make it, make it.
Yeah. I was there for the anniversary session, and at least have vibes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wacos have vibes too. It's good seeing the team.
You want to tell me how you bring home your fan as a wedding souvenir?
Oh no. This was from a wedding at MC, of course.
Okay.
I should keep it with me because sometimes some weddings, indoor, outdoor, it don't matter. Once you move in, it's get a little warm now. But I was talking about the cleaning. Yeah, so our parent had a little reno job here that we thought it was like 2 or 3 tiles to replace, and clearly with reno, anytime you start.
Pause. As a wise man of renovations, Cardo, there's no way ever in the history of a tile man working should you believe 2 or 3 tiles is all that need changing.
Oh, good. Yeah,
once 2 or 3 tiles raise, you gotta change all.
Yeah.
Right? Just a little lesson there.
I know that now.
Right. So proceed with your story.
Right. So this man, the plan again with my naivety, right? Being not one who was tilily experienced, tilly. That's what I wanted to say. Tilly experienced. The man, it was 2 or 3 tiles. I figured would be, a day and a half walk. I can't use the shower for the day, whatever. Cool, great, no see. I went to a recording the Wednesday morning. Came back home to get ready to go to an event the night. When I reached home, Aaron, the place covered in dust.
In their place is dust. In their place is dust.
And it's ruction.
Dust.
The whole floor had to change.
The ball out like sprang alarm.
Big sign, the shower had to change so that I bust the wall from outside. Listen.
He walked in with a dustpan. Oh God.
And then he cried. I sleep on the couch for a week. I bathing in my brother's shower. And all jokes aside, I realize I have been really blessed when my biggest complaint is that I have to sleep on a couch and use the second bathroom. If you know what I mean. I was like, Lord, thank you. How people who are one bathroom and doing this work does make out. And I ain't lie to tell you, I'm not looking to start back that bathing by the standpipe and them kind of thing. I ain't looking for that life again. You ever bathed by a standpipe here?
It's the Pope Catholic.
Okay, alright, cool. You go ahead with that. Next thing you call you. I
will wish he does. And then I'll ask him for an interview.
Actually, I think we'll probably make record numbers if we interview the Pope.
I'm actually trying to get an interview with the exiting Prime Minister right now.
Really?
Yeah, but that's not working out too well.
I don't know how much. Anyway, you never know. Ask, and if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Correct is right.
Anyway, when them men finally finish, and I'm using finish in air quotes, the cleanup took me another 2.5 days.
Of course.
Aaron, this place has been, when I mean spotless, I don't think I ever cleaned to that degree before.
Actually seeing the new curtains, so that's an indication of how clean they're clean.
I mean, these curtains were up before, but you couldn't even tell. First the room had a fine layer of, anyway, let me not say that, people go feel dirty. But all talks aside, the clean that you had to clean because you want to put on an air conditioner and circulate concrete dust.
But let me correct you there, right? I always say, no matter how often you sweep, dust or mop, dust will always settle.
Yeah.
So I could sweep and mop now, open my door and then add a sweep again. So as much as I understand it, saying you know what people think that you're not clean and like that, or it wasn't cleaning. There's a lot of dust in the air.
Aaron, I don't know if you know this, but dust is your whole life is dust. Like it says in the Bible, actually.
Yeah, from dust we come and unto dust we shall return.
That's right.
I know I paraphrase there, but
no, it will suffice. But dust is that's why I tell people too. When a little food fall down on the ground and thing too, you know, it have a little window within which you could 5 seconds, depending on where it is, eh? It has some things that if it fall, but they leave it where it is.
Yeah.
Right? But I just saying a little.
I just think it also have some places if things fall. Like if you're in the savannah for panorama and your hot dog fall.
What fall stays?
Do not pass go. Do not pick up your hot dog. Just keep it present.
It goes straight back.
As you say, pick up your hot dog and thing. I must say a pleasant good evening going out to the Southman and Cookie.
Alright. Well then say it.
I just said it.
No, you say you must say it. You didn't say it.
Oh, a pleasant good evening going out to you, Sir South King.
Well done.
Right. I thoroughly enjoy your sauce. And hopefully this weekend I will make a visit again. Yeah.
I'm going to upset many listeners.
You never eat sauce in your life.
I don't like sauce. I personally don't. I don't like.
Thank goodness we are getting perilously close to the hour of 7 p.m.
Tea water. Anyway. What I want to point out though is that too many times we say things like, I want to take the opportunity to thank so and so. Right, that is an announcement as to what you would like to do. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, cool.
Just throw it out there.
All right.
Anyway.
But thank God, began perilously close to 7 because I can't take it again today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I guess I'm
blaming. But then again, oh Lord Father, he's still continuing. But then again, you saying that you don't like sauce is like me saying I never ate corned beef.
Yeah, it has some things that
yeah,
we could lose our Trini cards for.
Yeah, I don't like pawpaw or avocado.
Whoa. As if you just remind me I was avocado in the fridge to finish.
No problem. Thank you for allowing me to remind you.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you for thanking me for allowing you to remind me about this avocado.
That's real confusing. That's real thanks in one statement.
Hey, we ready for politics, Aaron?
Yeah, right. But as we closing, this weekend, I got to sample a lot of different foods and drinks in Grenada.
You and your Grenadian food is one thing, but I know you've heard me talk about my cousin Denise and her sweetbread and her cheese space.
Yeah.
Right. So as we done here, I go downstairs to rock a slice of Denise sweetbread, and that is sweetbread that the $1,000 sweetbread.
So pass fast slice.
I know about that though. I know about that. If you want, you could pass and watch me eat it. But I don't share.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. One, you're not sharing that sweetbread because of how good you tell me it is. And two, could you please send me a sweetbread at some time, please, Denise? Because Cardo talk it up so much.
Well played.
That I feel you had to send one for me.
Well played. I tell you, that sweetbread nearly cost me $1,000 in COVID, you know. I was so studied to hold the sweetbread, I didn't put on my mask.
That same 1,000, you could buy sweetbread for me.
Anyway, thanks, D. And don't study Aaron. You know what? Study Aaron. Send the sweetbread for him, but I will give it to me.
No. You have to call me or message me on Instagram and I will come and pick up the sweetbread. Because if you drop the sweetbread with Cardo, I'm 100% sure it will never leave Marbella.
The T in Cardo is for trust.
There's not a T in Cardo.
Anyway.
And one of the people that I met there at a place called Mark's, they would have gifted me.
Oh, come. That's the day.
Yeah. They says it have all the herbs and spices. Right? They say it's kind of like a multivitamin, which I don't understand. I don't understand what kind of multivitamin this is.
Why you saying is careful when you're drinking that, you know.
But I made some good friends this weekend in Grenada.
Yeah.
And it continues to show me. And this is the message I want to close with. If there's a talent that you have, invest in your talent. Because that talent could take you places sometimes that formal education will not. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't go to school and learn. Have a sound education or a basic education at least, but also invest in your talent. And if that talent takes you to school to be able to formalize it in terms of if it's something like music, learning to read music, learning to score music, the ability to teach music, invest in it. Because that talent could take you places, give you opportunities to earn that a saturated job market may not. Because it have people out there who don't want to retire in peace.
Right.
But there are always opportunities for the non-traditional. And when I say non-traditional, not the LED.
Yeah.
Right? The non-traditional aspects of employment, there are opportunities out there, right? Invest in your talents, guys. With that being said, I am Aaron868. I remind you each and every time that culture is my code. And I also remind you that love is the currency. So spend some today. Let somebody know you love them, please.
Right. Guys, this is Ricardo Mitchell. Thank you for joining us in the living room. Remember, guys, your glasses will peak. We don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe. All right. Aaron, careful with that thing that you're gonna drink there. That is thing for the back and the front. Right?
I can't say what he
yeah,
want
I
to
know. What I say it is, yeah, let me put it this way. It's not only chair and in Grenada,
Brother man,
it's not only child on that side.
The taxi driver who took us on the island tour, the man said he has 28 brothers and sisters.
What I'm saying, it's not only chair and they, right? So you see that thing that you're drinking, but better you sip that and share we. Anyway,
brother man, you know what my intention is for this? They say there's also help with the cold and it boosts the immune system. I might take it like Buckley's.
Right.
A teaspoon a week.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
But for more I hear them Canadian thing, but they pour a little teaspoon in your wallet, because that and all might multiply.
Where my wallet?
Hey, Ole, Mr. Desmond is up next with Kaiso.
Yeah, but hey, I know Desu in studio already and listening. I ain't get the track yet. But you see that Terry Lyons ask him, man. Oh, you know I love me some Terry Lyons.
When you link the track, you go on it next week, please go.
Yeah. Keep it locked to the True Nation station. We are out.